Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, this is Divine Masculine quick reading, so let's get into it. What is the most beneficial information that the Divine would like the Divine Masculines to know today? Okay, oh, you're going through a death rebirth in the name of love. Unconditional love. This is the way of it. Everything that's transpiring in your life right now, in your house, I just about said for some reason, in your life right now has to do with you becoming equipped to embody compassionate, unconditional love. Let's get an added message. What does unconditional love mean for the masculines emotionally at this time? What is the emotional application of unconditional love? Letting go of expectations. Here we have this one cup of love highlighted. There is one cup of love through the confusion, through the options, through the brain fog. Open your mind, Divine Masculine. It's the road less traveled. It is the straight and narrow. It's the one path through the midst of all of it. It's the one that you know on your heart space is the higher calling. There is only one clear path forward. You already know what it is. I'm hearing, Divine Masculines, you've just been rebelling and resisting because it didn't seem cool. Literally, it just didn't seem like it was as fun or as alluring, but guaranteed it's going to be the long-term solution. You just don't know the splendor of it yet. That is emotionally. So emotionally, there's some stubborn pride, ego that you're having to pry the grip of off of your decision-making process is what I'm feeling. Okay, on the conscious mind, yeah. If you truly want to end drama and heartache, Divine Masculines, keep growing in the love direction, setting healthy boundaries. This is a conscious discipline. This is an opportunity for you to end heartache by setting healthy boundaries and not engaging in the things that have caused disruption and disintegration and corruption and heartache. So Divine Masculines, unconditional love doesn't mean saying yes to everything that presents to you and just hoping that it will all turn out because it feels right in the moment or you want to. That is not unconditional love. That is lazy. Wow. So I'm hearing being a man is not gluttonous, it's discerning. Wow, interesting message. Okay, for the physical realm, what can we see regarding unconditional love and this rebirth? We've got the card of work and public victory here. So Divine Masculines, there's something. There was a message yesterday about the potency that can come in when service is your heart. So if you're looking for egoic, ego boosts, all of that, some of the things that lofty pursuits, I just heard, some of the lofty pursuits that you have been going for have been for ego stroking, and your heart hasn't been in them. So it's back to the drawing board that you don't have to be that shiny personality that gets the fame, the reputation, I heard women, sexual partners. You don't have to be in that energy. Divine Masculine, you can actually be more tempered and more balanced and do it for the right reasons. Do everything for the right reasons, and that's not unconditional love. That's actually keeping your love quotient high when you don't do things that erode your heart, when you don't deny the higher truth, when you don't go against that, that is how to have unconditional love. Because the flip of the script is that when you are connected to source and doing that right thing by the higher knowing, the unconditional love comes in and says, I don't need to engage with any of those things that aren't in alignment with source, because I'm whole unconditionally in that. Unapologetically you're out of attachment if you align with what is your highest knowing, connected to source. Sometimes we think that unconditional love means not playing favorites, or equal opportunity, or getting away with low vibe things because everything is permissible. But having healthy boundaries and higher standards, and actually aligning with your truth, is unconditional love that says anyone else can take it or leave it. I won't love them less or more if they resonate or not with me. Unconditional love means you hold your own frequency regardless of the result you get from other things. Okay, let's go into don't give your power away, divine masculines. I hope that was making some sense. Let's get some messages. What are the divine masculines thinking about their divine journey, their divine counterpart on the conscious mind? How are they assessing this process? How are the divine masculines feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for? What actions are being taken regarding union here? What is the biggest challenge towards the divine union? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Where are the divine masculines going in the near future? I'm seeing the Three of Swords again. There's a lot of heartache still bubbling through the energy. Okay, on the conscious mind for the divine feminines, Nine of Cups in the reverse. Oh, that's a card of gluttony. Literally the first messages, the opulence, the excess, the decadence, the willy-nilly, haphazard, everything. Not taking it, not being insatiable. Divine masculines have decided to streamline. Look, this is that unconditional cup of love that says no to the gluttony, the excess, the insatiable. So divine masculines are streamlining. They're seeing that they need to be discerning. They are more trustworthy. They are solid. They are more of a man. Take the gender how it resonates. It's just, you know, there are a lot of cliches for the masculine about what it means to be a man, what it means to be a masculine, and those messages need to come through. And so being discerning, being defined as a character, as upholding, not adhering. Adhering means that there is a going against some sort of another truth and there's a stubborn adherence to something. Upholding is a full heart-centered, wholehearted knowing about what is the actual truth. So divine masculines are seeing that manly energy, masculine energy, isn't just having conviction. It is getting behind what the reason why there is an upholding of a certain preference or truth. There's a difference there. They look the same on the outside to a casual viewer, but they are vastly different on the inside. And they're seeing that now. They're seeing that divine love justifies upholding that connection. Buying into pretense carries an energy of adherence to something because I say so. Wow. Yeah, and divine masculines, I want to say that there may have been a role model in your past that adhered to things, and you've had to go into the first-hand experience that allowed you the insider knowledge of intention and energy and frequency of alignment versus stubborn pride and ego. Wow. Okay, on the heart space for their divine feminine. Oh, the Judgment card and the moon in the reverse, the spirit of primal fire. There is an eternal remembrance coming in. The eyes are being opened to the karma. The subconscious drivers are being revealed. I really see that the divine masculines are seeing intention in a new way. They're seeing the frequency. They may have rationally understood this before, but something that they didn't realize they were acting out has now been revealed to them. They didn't think they were going to turn into their fathers. They didn't think they were going to emulate their parents. They didn't think they were going to succumb to that kind of unconscious patterning, and boom, they now see that they have done that. They have followed in their parents' footsteps in some regard. One of their parents, something like that. They've seen that they were going through the motions, falling back on what they didn't even know that they were finding familiar in karmic situations. This is true individuation on that higher spiritual maturation level, where they're now saying, okay, I didn't realize I had followed in my parents' footsteps. I am just like them. Now they can have compassion, divine feminine. Now they see the inner workings of it. Now they have true freedom of choice because they understand through the pain of whatever it was that confused them as a little fledgling masculine. Whatever that imprinting was, they've now seen through it. And they're seeing how you truly are different. It's funny when we defend our choices, when we become avoidant of the thing that is actually good for us, and we feel like the thing that's familiar is the right choice, and we go into it thinking we're so clever, and then this humbling moment where we realize we weren't reinventing the wheel. We actually were not understanding how same the scenario was that we thought was the answer, that we thought we were doing it right. And there's something about superseding the parents that we think, even if we don't think we're doing the thing that our parents did, and then we find out there's still that part of us that wants to prove our parents wrong. Like, we want to evolve past them. So it's like, okay, my parents weren't able to pull it off, but I sure as heck can. The irony is that the divine masculines are seeing that there wasn't success available in those kinds of things, and they're going to have to step up and out of the way the world does stuff and see a better way. So they can forgive their parents because they also weren't successful in doing those same things that the parents did, where the parents didn't find success. The divine masculines now have more compassion for the parents pulling the plug, calling it quits, or whatnot. Oh my gosh, I hope that makes sense. If you're totally confused, let me know in the comments and just be like, huh? So yeah, so many layers are being seen, and now they kind of understand that you have held the maturity that they thought that they were so clever to hold on certain things relationship wise. They feel like you knew what you were talking about a little bit more now. Divine feminine is what I'm getting. Okay, what are the masculines wishing? Justice in the reverse, and the Judgment. They want to make it right. The Judgment card again here. Justice, something hasn't been fair. They got duped. They duped themselves. The divine masculines know now that they duped themselves. They weren't as clever as they thought, and they've had a wake-up call. They've seen the connections between the karma. The Judgment card is the karma, so they see it from both sides now. That means they've been fully qualified to release it because there's no more uncertainty. Something's come to light. Okay, what actions are being taken? The Devil in the reverse. The Lord of the Gates of Matter. So really, you know, the Devil is Capricorn energy. It's 3D. It's a very physical card. And when we go through the motions, we really are essentially believing that it is what meets the eye that is reality. This is showing that in order to align with you, Divine Feminine, they have to transcend the illusion of the 3D and what they thought life was about. Materialism. The Devil is the utmost of materialism in the definition that it's all about what meets the eye. That can be this opulence, this greedy energy that they're saying no to. They're wanting to have more substance. They're wanting to be satiated, not gluttonous. Quality over quantity, when there may have been quantity over quality in the past because of the insatiable energy. But they're seeing through the illusion that's starting to bring you back into focus and appropriate context. As they work through this illusion, they're coming home, I just heard. What is the biggest challenge regarding this theme? Moving forward and knowing how to initiate it in the physical. Page of Pentacles is an apology. Hi, how are you? A love message. This page doesn't look completely thrilled, doesn't look completely discouraged. But there is this little glimmer of hope in this page's eye and sheepishness about moving this forward. They're going to have to address why they didn't choose you. And it's not so that they can be blamed or be made to, you know, I told you so energy. That's not what this is about. But the Divine Masculines know that they're going to have to express the lessons they've learned about what they've been up to in order for you to understand that they've grown and that they are actually worth considering again, I'm hearing. So they know they're going to have to find the right way in. What is the divine guidance? 3 of Swords, that is the heartache and going against intuition. 3 of Swords in the reverse. So Divine Masculines, it's time to go straight into the heart. Drop into your heart. Really take accountability. There's a lot of heart work here. It's like you've had a heart attack that has rendered your ability to show love useless, and you got off track. So it's about now connecting the dots in the name of love and bringing it back in, doing heart surgery. Before you know what to say to your feminine, before you know how to communicate and articulate it, it looks like you need to really do some deep inner work here. And it is time to mend your broken heart, to go to the divine, to restructure your beliefs that have caused you this heartache. It's beautiful to be on the verge of actually seeing it for what it is. There's a lot of repair, forgiveness, unhooking, letting go for the Divine Masculines, letting go of the error of their ways, their generational examples. There's a lot of that still continuing to be illuminated to the masculines, so keep with that, Divine Masculines. I'm going to get a support card. What is a frequency that the masculines can utilize for help here? Starseed awakening, cosmic heritage, and galactic remembrance. Come up and out of the 3D, out of the earth struggles, foibles, and remember your God self. Remember your galactic resonance. Remember the Om. Remember the goodness. Remember the benevolence. Be grateful that you see it now. You are awakening on a whole new cosmic level, divine masculine. So remember that. Just stay the course. This is a 22, a union card here. Beautiful. What is the direction? Yeah, 8 of Swords and 4 of Swords. 8 of Swords, it says Lord of Shortened Force in this deck. It is a card of fear, holding oneself back, trapped in the mind, faulty logic, false constructs, pretense. So divine masculines, the 4 of Swords is the healing after the heartache. We saw the 3 of Swords a few times in this reading. This is the integration phase, that you can actually have the truths that you've learned and seen through living your life, those hard knocks experiences, the reality checks, you know, the humbling experiences. This is where you can start to let this sink in. It's just life. It's part of mastery. It's part of coming into compassion, where you can live and let learn, live and let live, live and learn. And so the invitation is here that the way to free your mind is to drop into the heart space, heal the heart, and integrate the lessons. Find your truth. Find who you really are again. Come back into your authenticity instead of just acting out the karma. Okay, let's get a card for the divine feminines who have watched this reading. We've got so many. Earthkeeper, I'm being told to go for. Okay, it's the only one that looked at me. Number 18. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of the planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. Ooh, so the divine masculines are learning about generational masculinity and how that has looked on the planet. They're seeing the lessons of their forefathers in new ways right now. And so you, divine feminine, come back into connection with Gaia and the natural alignment that understands that we are not just our generation. We will affect 7 generations to come with our choices and actions. Just as the masculines are understanding they have been affected by the last number of generations. So there's a convergence here, is what I'm feeling. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big. With possibilities beyond your wildest expectations, take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets, feed the strays that come by, clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. Divine masculines, it's not about you any longer. Divine feminines, it's not about you or me any longer. It's about harmony. It's about seamless interface with everything. We are all connected. It's all connected. But as the divine masculines are letting go of the dysfunctional ways of the imprinting, that is freeing them up within and externally to truly come into partnership. So divine feminine, you are being entrusted with the next level of intuitive guidance, and that has to do with showing up in a sacred, I'm thinking of that sentence, cleanliness is next to godliness, but it's more like care with your environment is a testament of your wholeness, something like that. So there's a beautiful invitation to really feel supported and connected to your immediate physical environment right now in some beautiful way, Divine Feminine. And what can we see for Divine Masculines? Stand still. 52. This card has been coming up quite a bit when looking at twin connections. The masculines really need to go through, Divine Masculines, you really need to go through this process of refining by fire right now, having the revelation hit you in personal ways. Okay. When standstill appears, it's a symbol of pausing, the act of observation and breathing space. It represents the benefits of temporary non-action as well as what happens when one is stuck. This card is standstill, but it came out in the reverse for you, Divine Masculines, which means you are so used to being busy for busy's sake and for filling the space and not thinking about the consequences of your actions in a spiritual sense. You've been going through ego and pride and familiarity and bulldozing through whatever you've wanted to do. You are being guided in no uncertain terms to take this pause when things seem to stall or stagnate. So being at home in this pause, I'm getting the sense, Divine Masculines, that things are being taken away from you right now that you used to distract yourself with, and it's increasingly difficult to do that. So you're actually meant to embrace it right now. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is beautiful, a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus off whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. So something fell through for you, Divine Masculines, and I'm really getting, if children are involved, play with your children and be more present. Don't be distracted by so many things that you're used to slamming into your schedule. Be present. Be present, Divine Masculines. I'm feeling to get you one more card. What else can the masculines see? The Serpent. Wow, that was heavy imagery in the reading the other day, wasn't it? 46. The one about monogamy. So the Serpent. When you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced, even by your own ideas. Saying no to seduction, Divine Masculines. No more seductive energy. This is the saying no to the insatiable seduction. Wow. That's a title for this episode, brought to you in part by me and completely by Divine Love. Endorsed by Divine Love. Say no to the insatiable seduction. Bye for now. Bye.